evening, everybody. My name's Fiona Elliott. I'm from Elio Moon Arts, and we're back again with our second instalment of our resin cover and back. So this is our resin cover. I've put that top coat of that resin on this morning, and it's now okay. I have had a couple of little hiccups with it, but I'll fix them up later on where it's dripped over. I pulled the tape off a little bit too early. But everything else is looking good. So this will be the cover of our book plate. Now I'm going to create another one. So this one's going to be just plain pink, and I'm going to put a bit of, I think this one's copper. It's either copper or rose gold leafing in it. So that's this here. And I'm going to use a slightly bigger container to mix into this too. So I'm going to mix up 50 mils of resin. So it'll be 25 mils of part A and 25 mils of part B, but I'm going to put part B in first. So let's get and do that. So I'm just going to put this here. So we're putting part B in first. Okay. Pouring our part B in, and that's done. Now we're going to go with our part A, which is our resin part, and we'll take this up to 50 mils. And if we have any left over, we'll make a couple of keychains, I'm going to suggest. Okay, there's that. So now comes the part where we're going to mix it. So I'm not adding anything into this until I mix it all. Let's make sure I'm in the right spot. Now I am going to turn this one over because I do have a couple of little holes in this that shouldn't be there. So I'm going to turn this over, and I'm just going to put a little bit of the resin mixture onto it. And we'll have that all sorted then. Just going to keep mixing this for a moment. I'm just going to grab my blowtorch ready for when we've got the resin and everything in. So we'll be able to unmould this come tomorrow morning, and then we'll finish off our book cover. We'll add a few pages to it, and then we can go from there. So I don't know whether you can see that, but right now it's still very cloudy. And because it's cloudy, we know that it still needs more mixing. And I'm really scraping it down the sides, right around the edges, really scraping that bottom up and bringing it through so that all that resin mixes very well with each other. And this time I'm just going to do all the mixing live on camera so you can see how long it actually takes, because it does take quite a few minutes to get it right. And while this one's firm, it's still not 100% cured. It does take quite a few days for it to harden all the way up. It's going to be a nice journal cover in the end once it's all cured properly. I like to leave them for about a week, at least a week after I've done them, before I start playing around too much with it. Okay, that's starting to look well combined. Okay, so I'm just going to grab a couple of, let's grab one of these little spatula things. I'm just going to put a small amount of this pink pigment into my cup, just a little bit more. Put my lid back on my pigment before I do anything more. And I'm just going to mix that through. We want to make sure that that's well mixed into there. And this time, I'm also going to add some of these flakes. Just need to get some tweezers from over here. I'm going to grab some of these gold flakes. I'm pretty sure these ones were either copper or rose gold. I can't remember which ones. I haven't got the packaging anymore. So I'll put a bit of that in there. I'm going to mix that in and see how much more we need. Maybe a little bit more. Such a pretty colour, this one. It's decided it wants to stick to that. Okay. I don't want it to do that, so I'm going to have to spray that with a bit of alcohol. I'm just going to pop that into there. Give this all a really good mix. Beautiful. So we'll have some beautiful gold chunks that'll come through this pink. Okay. So now we're going to, oops, grab a piece of paper towel. I'm just going to wipe off my spatula a little bit. And now we're going to pour our resin into this mould. And once again, this is all self-leveling, so it'll level itself out as we go. Just going to push this around a little bit. As you can see, I've got quite a lot of the foiling in here because I want that real chunky texture. Okay, just bring that in there. Oops. Get that off there. So this mould actually takes about 50 mils of resin. And I know with the last one, with this front one that we did, I know it took, I think I put about nearly 60 in, but this seems to be a better fix, and at least I can make it up in one hit in this little container. I've got a little bit of black in there. I don't know what that's from. That can come out. It's been something in my jar. So there we go. This one is now ready to sit overnight, and we'll see what we get come tomorrow morning, and then we'll finish off the video. Okay guys, have a great one. Bye. Good afternoon everybody. This is Elio. My name's Fiona and this is Elio Moon Arts. Today we're going to finally put this book plate together. So this is the one that we poured late yesterday. It's still got a little bit of flexibility in it, so it's still got a little bit of curing time to do, but we can put this together while it's like that. Anyway, so that's how easy it comes out of the mould. And this is our piece that we've got. So I'm just going to show you this. So this is going to go on the back. And that's how it's going to look. I quite like the effect that it's got in there. And I like that this is textured. So this will be on the outside, like the front. It'll have a texture to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spin my camera around and just realign it. And we'll go over and start putting our book together. So I'm just turning it around. Okay, over to my messy desk. Sorry if I made anybody feel a little queasy. Okay, so I'm just going to bring you down a little bit and over this way a little bit so you can see what I'm up to. Okay, don't mind my messy desk at the moment. I've been working away. So what I have currently done. So I've got one of, this is the Couture Creations. I'm not sure what they're called. Just give me 2 seconds and I'll look it up. I just call it a pokey tool. So I've got this and I've poked holes through the book where it's supposed to go. And then I've added these little reinforcement rings. I've actually got a bit of, what is it? Ranger walnut stain, I think it is. Yep, walnut stain, Ranger Distress Ink, walnut stain, and I've done all of these in one go, and I've added those to not only the front but also the back. Now on my messy desk, there they are. I've poked a hole through. I've picked out the pages that I want, so I've got all of these pages. I've actually put I put the clips on to hold it all in place while I was poking the holes through. So this will be our front, and this one will be our back. So this is what we're going to end up with, a sandwich like that. Just remember this one's still a little bit flexible at the moment because it's still got a few more days of drying. I'm just going to find out the name of what they call this thing. Okay, a prick tool, piercing tool, and that's a Couture Creations one. It also has a little, and I bent my one, so I've just ordered another 3 of them because I do use this all the time. I don't even know where it is. I'll find it when I clean up, no doubt. I've got a little cover that goes over the top of it, and I do try to put it back on it all the time because I don't really want to be stabbed with it. I have stabbed myself a couple of times. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take these card rings. If I can open it, that'd be a good thing. Maybe it's this way. There we go. I'm not sure whether I've got enough of these rings, but we should have enough to do this. If I can ever get it open. Oh, there we go. That's all right. So I've got 4 of these. What I really ultimately need is 6, but 4 will do to get us going today. I've been finding it very hard to get hold of these types of rings, and these seem to be a good size for this. I have ordered some other ones that you can get on AliExpress, Amazon. I'm going to say probably Wish, probably also eBay. I'd say all of those sites would have them, and they're like 3 rings like this together. So you'll have 3 rings like that, and they've got a metal piece that runs down the side, and then you'll have another set of 3 rings, which is ideal for these binders. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the ring, open it up. I'm going to poke it through the hole.
Make sure it goes all the way through. Okay, so it goes all the way through that side. I might need to close the book to do this actually. I might take these top 2 clips off. I haven't done this before, so this was a first. So I'm going to take the top 2 clips off, hold the book closed. I'm going to put a ring in this top section here. I'm going to put it through there. Make it go all the way through here. If it would do that, that would be awesome, but it's going to be a pain in my butt, I think. Okay. There we go, let's try. I could have also punched these holes out with a hole punch. If you've got a crocodile or something like that, that would be ideal for something like this. And you can punch all the way through all of those. Okay, here comes the first ring, hopefully. Okay, so here's the first ring in. So I'm going to put 2 on the bottom end and 2 on the top end, so whichever way that is. So now I've got those first ring in, I'm going to take these 2 off and I'm going to do that bottom hole. So then we'll have rings in both the top and the bottom. Okay, so let's go this way. So I'm just going to poke it through the hole that I've created earlier. Back through this hole that I've got here. Now I haven't done these rings up yet. I probably should go the other way. So you want to make sure that when you're doing this, that your rings are all on the same side where they split open. So I need to go this side. Okay, through. Gonna have to take that out. I need to put this bottom cover on at the same time. Okay, that's all right. So we go like this, line all the holes up, pop that through there, pop that through there. Because we can lay the top coat. Okay, through this one, through there. Make sure we get all of those and through there, nearly through. It does take a little bit of doing, but both of them are through those 2 then. Stay there. Okay, smooth them up a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to put 1 in these 2 holes as well. So 2 at the very top and 2 at the very bottom. So put that through there. Make sure I've got into my first in there. Make sure I've got, fingers don't want to work today. Okay, so I'm just going to poke that through there. Okay, this hole. Just making sure I get through all of those layers that I've got in my signature that I'm putting in here. Okay, let's poke that through. Go. So there's the second ring. First ring's popped out a little bit, that's okay. Now for our last ring, ideally, like I said, you would put the 3 rings in, but I've only got 2 of them here at the moment, so that's what we're going to put in. Mainly because I went to town this morning and I couldn't find any when I went into the shop to look for some, so because I wanted to put the 3 in, but it's not going to happen here today. I'm going to say you could probably easier to buy them online. That way you get the proper rings. I've used these rings before for the junk journal that I created with some friends. It was a proper junk journal. It was really made out of cardboard packaging. It was the front and back plate, and then just some old papers that we had, that each of us had. So we, okay, let's try this end. So putting these through is going to be a little tough, only because I'll show you why in a minute. Once I've got these through and I've got it all put together, I do have some okay, that might help. Pull it through the other way now. Let's go this way. Oh, there we go. It might be easier to put these middle ones in first before you put your end ones on. There it goes. Okay, so now we have our 4 rings on. Now it's just a matter of putting our top plate on. I might need my husband's muscles here very shortly to get these all put together. Just struggling a little bit with my hands today. And this one's the last one to go. I don't know why this one's being such a bother. There we go. So now we have our little book. Just spin these around a little bit. And these will loosen up a little bit over time as well. So what did I do for their signature? So if we open this up, so I've got just some papers that I had here. And they were 7 inches across by, no, they went, yeah, 7 inches across by, I don't even know now. I can't remember. So these are, we'll say 10 centimetres across. So that will give you 20 centimetres across the full length. And then you're going to have 17 centimetres in length. So, and that gives you your double-sided. So what's on this front page will also be on the very last page. So I've actually folded these over and put a little hole, and I've just got a few different bits of paper in there. So this is just a very, very light cardstock, some tea-dyed paper, coffee-dyed papers, another bit of card of some sort, coffee-dyed, a little bit of lightweight card. And I've gone like that all the way through. So there's I'm not sure how many pages in it. You can do as many as you would like. I just thought this was enough for this little book. But there's still enough room on here that I could actually probably put another signature in here if I wanted to. And so that completes our project for today. So it's just really a matter of organising your signature. I'm sure you have all done this before, so I'm not going to go through this. There is plenty of tutorials on YouTube on how to create a signature. The thing that I will suggest though, if you don't want to do it like I did, you could actually do it where you just measure your pages at 17 centimetres by 10 and a little bit centimetres across, and you can do them single pages. So you don't have the folder ones. You can just do them all singly and then drop them all on, which would probably be a little bit easier. You can also buy other pages from the likes of Amazon and stuff like that that fit into this size. So this binder altogether is 10.5 centimetres across by 17.5 centimetres in length. And that's basically the size of the mould that I used. So this is my little book. I'm quite happy with it. And so now to start decorating this is our next step. So I've cut out this little, these two little, what they call budgies. And I'm actually going to put this on my first page and make it into a tuck. So what I'm going to do, another good thing about having these, if you've got it single page, you can actually just take your page out, work on it, and then add things to it. So this one, I'm going to put some Couture Creations All-Purpose art glue, and I'm just going to put it on half. So I just want to, just on the edge, and I'm just going to put it on half, but I want it to be quite sturdy on there, on the page, because I want to be able to tuck things into it. So we're just creating a little tuck out of this at the moment. Sit there. So I'm just going to put this on this page here and let that sit there. Now I've already got some pre-made tags and that I've created previously. Where did I put those? I think they're in this box. They're envelopes. Put one of those in there. So I've got one of these little tags where you can write on the back. It's just a little journal tag, and I'm going to pop that on the page. You could do many other things with this page. It's endless as to what you can do, but this is just what I'm going to do. This one, you could write on the centre of this. You could actually put a photo, cut out a photo and put it on the centre of this. Haven't done that. I've got these little pockets that I was thinking. I'm not sure about that one yet. I'll just have a look through and see what other ones I've got. This one might look nice. So here's a little pocket. So I might put that on the front cover. So again, I'm going to go with my art glue. I might just put the pin back in that and give it a bit of a shake because I've got to put it back in. Might pop that one there and let it stand for a few minutes. I've got this bigger bottle, so I'll use it. It's full, this one, so the other one's getting very low. So I'm just gonna, I'm not leaving a tuck space behind this one. I'm going to actually cover this one all the way up because there is actually a tuck space in. Now this glue is a little bit, it's a little bit colder here recently, so it's been pretty cold this year, and so this glue doesn't flow as well when it's real cold. Still works just as well, it just takes a little bit of getting it out of the bottles, and I'm not having such a great day with my hands either, so that doesn't help either. So I'm going to put that. So these are just some little envelopes that I made. I'll put this on my front page. And have I got some ephemera I can pop into that? Let me have a look. What's in that box? What have I got here? Some made stuff. So I have, if I can open it, let me open. I have these little pieces of paper that I stamped up a while ago. This one's just got the Queen of Hearts in, so that could go into this little pocket. Just need to open that up again. Okay, so I'm just going to put that into there. And there's an Alice one with them as well. So just throw a few of them in there, and if you want to, you could actually put a button on here and close the flap as well, so it's quality. So that's that page done, and like I said, you can go through and do whatever you like with yours. I'm quite happy with this one being like that. And so you'll go through your book and you'll do the kinds of things that you would like into yours. I actually like this little pocket, but I don't think I like it on that page. And this just gives you another writing space. This is just another little envelope that I made, and I might put that there. I'll put it on the edge. Put it over there. I could create a tuck spot. And I haven't got anything on the top of this. This was just one that I'd done up. But I think I would have to cut this card down a little bit to fit in here properly so that I can flap the lid down, because I think I'd like this one with the lid closed. So I'm not going to worry about that one at the moment. I'm just going to have another look through my stash of things. So I've got this little journal card here. That could go on a page. I can make a belly band to go onto that if I wanted to. Doesn't matter which way you put it. So there's lots of things that you can do with this, but this is where I'm going to leave it. I'll just say that Couture Creations have a great range of papers and like cardstock and things like that, which would look great if you're going to use that type of thing. The other thing I like about this, you can grab some decorative, I don't have any at the moment, but you can grab some decorative clips of some sort and pop them on these. So I'm just going to put this one on here for the minute. Pop that across, and that keeps it closed. And these are really handy to have in your bag if you want a scrap bit of paper, if you want to not jot down notes and things. And I'm quite happy with how this turned out. There's a few things that I would change if I was going to do it again, but all in all, I'm quite happy with it, and I think it was a great project. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I look forward to seeing what you do with your, if you decide to have a go at it. Please feel free to tag me in it. It's Fiona Elliott on Facebook, and it's Leo Moon Arts on Instagram, or of course you can contact me here. I would love to see what you create and what you do. A few tips to take away from this is, if you're going to use this sort of mold, definitely go for pressed flowers rather than just dried flowers, as the dried flowers are a little bit high for it, whereas pressed flowers or anything that's flat will go wonderfully in this. Even when I deliberately put a lot of the imitation flake gilding into this, because I wanted it to be as textured as what the front was. So that was the reason behind that, so that it gave it some continuity to it. But overall, I was very happy with this project. I hope you enjoy it, and I look forward to hearing your feedback. Thanks very much. Have a great day. Bye.